What's up, people? Back on Fortnite is the thanks for Fortnite. I am a noob to this, so y'all people don't make fun of me. Ooh. Beep beep beep. That's all right, you know.
Guys, standing next to me, I mean, you guys know him. He needs no introduction. He's pretty decent at the game of Fortnite. He's like fine, I guess. I don't know, 1v1 main creative. We'll see what happens, right? But knowing that you're as good as you are, right, and your skills, your gifts, your game sense, your speed, your dexterity, your precision, all of these things that I'm sure a lot of people are very fearful of, there are a lot of incredibly young, gifted talents that are up on the stage right now from all over the world. How do you prepare for all of these different game styles?
Basically, how I prepare is just stream to all of my beautiful viewers, and you know, they stream at me, and I give rush to like 30 people every game, so if I can handle that, then I can handle anything, right?
I have seen it happen in real time. It's insane. I don't know how you deal. I mean, you've got a long way, you know, to get to the end, but obviously vying for that #1 slot. How was your strategy working out going into your drop spot today? Your rotation, are you going to be flexible? What are your thought processes going into today, knowing that you're up against some of the best players in the world?
My drop spot's pretty good, you know. I have people can test me, but I just lay them out and then move on from there.
Lay them out, move on. 355, there it is, from the man himself. Back to you, GB.
Thank you once again, Jordan, for that. Now we're going to get into the games in a few moments here. Yesterday we hyped up nicely, and I think we can do it again. This is it. This is for this community right here, whether you're watching at home, whether you're here with us in New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Arthur Ashe Stadium, let me hear you. No. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let us hear you loud and proud. This is the Fortnite World Cup Finals, and let's send it over to your casters for the first set of games. It's Courage and Dr. Lupo.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The Fortnite World Cup Finals Solos competition kicks off today, and I could not be more excited. I'm still sweating from the marshmallow performance we just saw, but
absolutely,
Dr. Lupo, this is going to be a darn good time.
100 of the best solo players the world has ever seen in Fortnite are today playing for $15 million in Jack. First place takes home $3 million, which is the largest individual prize for any player in esports ever up until this point. You realize that? That is ridiculous.
It's a pretty long history. Lives will be changed today, as we know it's been happening throughout the weekend. And we've seen the best competitors in the world go up in creative, obviously in the Pro-Am, in the duos competition, and now it is time for solos. We're going to go through the format, but at home so you can get caught up to speed. Millions tuned in, and even more. And I want to break down these rules for everyone at home. It's not your normal Fortnite gamer to be playing.
Oh, no, it is not, especially if you've watched any competitive gameplay over the past. On your screen right now is the format. This is solo, so the top 25 placement will get you 3 placement points. Top 15 is 5. If you make it all the way to top 5, that's 7 points. And that coveted victory royale, of which there will only be 6 today, is worth 10 points. But on top of that, it's not just about placement. Every single elimination is an additional point. Those are going to add up, and we're going to see exactly how things play out over 6 games.
Yep.
Now, those 6 games, we add those scores up. Jack, what's the take-home? I know, just read it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, first place today wins $3 million US. If you get second, third, or fourth, your prize money you're winning is also the $1 million. 900 grand, but you see, top 20 all earn $112,500 or more. And guess what? Just because they made it here today, everyone on the stage will win $50,000 for their efforts off the last few months of competition. But I can tell you the prize money is sweet. It's great going up against the best in the world.
Hit that like, hit that sub, hit that like, hit that sub, hit the L-I-K-E sub, S-U-B sub, hit that like and sub, hit that like and sub, hit that like and sub.
Bizzle. My picks to win solos has got to be this guy.
Better.
I feel like Young Calculator or Clicks is gonna win.
I want to see Benji Fish take the damn solos.
Tifu's gonna win.
Tifu's gonna win.
It's gonna be between Clicks and Tifu, so it's gonna be Clicks though.
Probably Bizzle. Yes,
I think Bizzle has a good chance.
En solo, je dirais notre beau gars, je pense.
Tifu's gonna win.
Fact Fox.
Je pense que le
Bizzle is just the most consistent player, and he's at the top right now, so I'd say Bizzle.
I'd probably say Bizzle too, because he has a lot of LAN experience and all that.
My prediction for the solo World Cup champion is Dove.
People continuing to pile on in here to the Arthur Ashe Stadium live from New York City. Dr. Lupo, our games are all ready to kick things off, but there's so many ways you can watch this weekend. Obviously, your normal streaming platforms, but new initiative as well from Fortnite. A new way to watch on Fortnite.com/watch. There's some unique stats, as well as all sorts of feeds you can watch from. It's a viewing experience, real-time stats at different points of view in game. Head to Fortnite.com/watch and choose from this channel a dedicated map channel and 10 rotating options covering a selection of diverse players. You see there on your screen exactly who will be brought on up. If you want, feed 3 features Tifu, a player spotlight. If you're repping the Oceanian region and you want to see the Twins play, you want to see Twins play, there you go. You've got your dedicated feed as well. An awesome thing to see for the future of competitive.
It's absolutely amazing. But Jack, Everybody here wants to see the first game, and I've got good news. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fortnite World Cup Solos competition is about to begin. If you are here at Arthur Ashe Stadium, I need you to get as loud as you possibly can. 100 of the best players in the entire world are about to face off for $15 million. Jack, guess what? 100 players, the battle bus is loaded. 6, 5, 4, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Game 1 of 6 officially underway, and on your screen, all 100 players. Arguably the biggest day of their entire lives. The average age of competitors, just 16 years old. If you're a younger fan here in the audience, you dream of one day being here. If you're the same age, you look to your peers as people to look up to and aspire to be as good as one day. I'm sure you can imagine. Here we go, folks. On your screen.
Let's
Block
go.
has been his place forever, Dr. Lupo, and he is not shying away here in game number 1.
I had a chance earlier during warm-ups to just talk to Tfue about this landing zone. The opinion was basically, I don't care who else lands here, I'm going to take it. I'm going to clear out every other opponent there and roll on through. He's got a chance to go up the hill potentially for ballers if those remain uncontested. He has a free legendary chest right here in the middle. And look at the inventory already. Blue pump shotgun, gold tactical AR, gold standard AR, a mini bandages. He's got brick for days here. The resources are incredible. A loadout already. He just needs some mobility. Maybe drop one of the ARs depending on ammunition at a certain point. Gotta find some shadow bombs. Even the redeploy might be worth it. We'll see if he swaps out. He actually puts down that tac AR and grabs a purple grenade launcher.
And the zone right there as well. Only one of the player lands with Clipnode, so it's going to be Tfue versus Clipnode for control of the block, unless Clipnode decides to say, whoa,
rotate away.
I've got a lot of respect for that gameplay. He knows block as well. Clipnode always landing here too. Will go ahead and fall away, and folks, I think as a sign of respect for Tfue as a player, they have forfeited the rest of block to this man, as he's already at 190 total HP and a fantastic inventory. Rotating here towards Fatal Fields. Class on your screen. Bucky there as well. Class currently with a little bit of a mixed inventory, but this is what we talked about yesterday. If you play Fortnite, you know that in the Fatal Fields corn maze, there is loot. Well, guess what?
Just floor spawns all over.
Typically, you and I, I'm sure, Ben, break all the corn
100%.
down. We farm it on up. These players know the exact route of where the loot is while it's hidden in the corn because they've studied this area of the map so much. It's the little things that make the biggest differences. Class right now looting, and no one has any clue where he is.
Bucky in the long barn, grabbing there's 2 chests spawn here, plus any of the floor loot possible along the way. Side stalls, quite a bit of wood to farm up. He's got a couple little forests. He's got the fork knife quarry there, plus the ship up top. He can take that slip all the way to the top. He's got an opportunity to travel basically uncontested early game unless somebody maybe gets a couple shots from a distance. Meanwhile, up here at Mega Mall, Pika and Keenstar hanging out inside the shops. Chests, a lot of verticality inside tends to lead to audio-based fights and try and figure out whether your opponent is above or below and how much these players play. If they're keen on those audio cues, they'll know almost immediately.
Rotating now, down and Luke on the screen. Snazy there as well. First stink bomb coming on through, doesn't actually wind up connecting with too much. 16 builds in total. Now remember, we do play with siphon settings, so if you get an elimination, you earn 50 HP. So if you're at 74 total health, you'll gain 26 HP to go to max and 24 shield. Also, when you get the elimination, even if the opponent has 0 materials, they'll still drop 50 of each material type. So there's a lot of, especially early game reward, Dr. Lupo, in securing some of these eliminations.
Now, Snazy right now with the top down on his opponent, it looked like he's trying to use the stinks and that proximity grenade launcher just to try and find one hit, which at this point with such low ammunition, he's out of stinks now. He still has the 3 proxy grenade launcher shots. He's kind of burning through resources.
I was going to say, he sees those grenades. I was thinking exactly that. Yep.
Well, Trying to find a beat at this point. He knows based on the audio, Bugga is rotating back and forth in this little brick tunnel underneath. No tags quite yet, minus a little bit of HP with Stink earlier. Snazy still has the high ground here. Not a ton of materials, 18 builds. At some point, he's going to have to opt to either push this or rotate away, and now might be the time to rotate away, unless Bugga's going to push from behind. We'll see here.
Oh, wait, actually,
not even an
I was
upgrade.
gonna say.
Never mind, he already has a gold combat number 4 slot there. Snazy Bugga separating from each other a little bit, not necessarily pressuring. Early game pressure at game 1 of 6 for World Cup solos would be could be pretty advantageous to get that siphon. Look for a shot, the heavy snipe. Work goes, and not quite enough. Bugga is just behind us. Snazy sneaks away on the higher floors of that north side building. Lucky.
Yeah, Bugga winds up seeing that middle cherry blossom tree get knocked down, and a lot of times in competitive games, players will just hit the trees down to 50 total HP left, but they will remove them from the map because the animation of the tree breaking gives away the position. So you want to make sure you stay a little bit more hidden in your games at home. Only break trees down to 50 total health left and leave them. You'll get a ton of materials, but you'll also still remain as hidden as possible. Benji Fishy, a player with very high expectations for not only himself, but from the community here this weekend. Did play yesterday, I believe, placed 14th for this duo, Mr. Savage. The first stink bomb comes on through and did that damage. It looks like Benji Fishy wants a fight, but unfortunately does take 50. Wall retake and edit on through. Over to Neo tilted, Creo, Hornet, and Blix currently with a couple builds with each other. You see them stream back, but Fletch, Maw, and Mongrel still there.
Looks like a ball on the backside. Real quick, put the replay up of exactly how that played out. Storm here inside that box just moments ago. Oh. Full send into the air and does catch the shots there. The burst SMG proving useful even midair.
Burst SMG, probably not the exact item the players want, but still making use of it. It's a corn fight. Dr. Lupo, you're used to this in Nebraska, as right now we've got
Rogue Shark.
Yeah, this is, I mean, you've got a ton of skill in this one. As we see Rogue Shark currently dropping down the bandage for the moment. Already the ramp goes through, and Rogue Shark just wasn't ready for it, so he didn't catch what happened right there, Dr. Lupo. Quick little breakdown. The campfire was placed, he lost control of his wall, but because he had no pyramid inside his box, the opponent placed a ramp and then edited past the ramp for extra cover. It's one of the fastest but most effective ways to take out an opponent when they're inside their 1x1. Left eye did just get elimination. Does use that shockwave to get away from E-Rouse, but solid start as well, and I believe I did just see a fan favorite in Vivid in the elimination feed picking up his first elip.
Starting to move. We have 56 seconds. My apologies before the next circle closes, and it is a big crunch to the center of the map. You might not be able to see in the bottom right there, but folks, it is just to the east center. Neo tilted. Everyone is going to get pushed together.
Where does this nigga come from?
See here.
Damn.
Dubs.
Let's go. Even though I suck at this game. To be honest, Fortnite sucks. I'm just playing it because I want to play it.
They're frantically searching for some damage they can do to try to get themselves in a safe spot.
Aqua on your screen, one of the World Cup duo champions from yesterday. Just outside. Leslie did it, shots inside here. Colorful trying to rotate back away. Doesn't want to quite get caught just yet. Those splashes, by the way, one of the best healing items in the game right now in scrimmages, competitive Fortnite. An instant throw 20, and it's HP or shield. It'll transfer across both. May not be able to get this off quite yet. It's going to cancel.
He did.
Oh, he did. Yep. Turns applying pressure from the side. Not a lot of ammunition right now in the inventory. Only 70 medium rounds for that heavy AR. Not the favorite for a spray weapon. Great at tap fire at a distance, though.
Look at how dead center this zone is in the bottom right of your screen. Mr. Savage did just get an elimination down on him often. Mr. Savage still alive in this one. Looking to bounce back from yesterday. Mr. Savage. Brazil. His family class with elimination there as well on the 2.
Then, good shout out to Hogman for helping Bucky out with that one. All the way here to the World Cup solo finals.
Will he use one of the campfires in the inventory? 25 extra health.
It depends on
as of yet.
It depends on the play. If he's looking towards late game, he's going to try and hold on to those for a heal off potentially when that final zone starts to close. We'll have to see. A quick reminder, by the way, on the right side of your screen, a victory royale. The win is worth 10 placement points. Those are big. Top 5 is 7 points. Top 15 is 5. Top 25 is 3 points, and every single elimination for these players is an additional point. The focus of the current map right now, a lot of players out here on the hill. Northeast side of Neo Tilted, actually a pretty good spot. You have multiple slips nearby. Remember, those do turn off. Sky taking shots. I believe that's on DRG, just to the south. No pressure applied there. He's trying to sneak any shot he can through. Actually, it's challenged. Surprises me. Doesn't go for the build there to protect and get a better spot.
Wow, that's solid damage, though.
Just go for it.
Solid damage, and look what's also on the ground right there. The legendary infantry rifle. Still can swap to that when needed. Right now, choosing to go with the spray weapon. This is a player that's close. We have a replay coming on in soon of Mega from FaZe, who recently yesterday in the duos competition with Dubs. Dubs already dropped his game. We'll see how Mega plays this one. Get to the opponent's box, 2 clean shots. And there it comes through, and near max materials, Slurp Juice as well as Chug Splashes will be sitting pretty with the inventory right there. The next zone did just pop on up, moving to kind of the eastern side of the current zone. This guy recognizes he's got extra materials back, so he's going to run back, build out a little bit, grab the excess materials, and continue to tunnel with these mats. He's also juggling items over as well to still have the ability to use these whenever he would like to wish to in these next zones. Here's everyone on the map. A rocket being fired on the far side. Bizzle there still on your screen. Commandment, epic whale. Arrow still boxed up in metal just outside the zone, and Stompy, who was one of the more dominant European players in the online qualifiers. So this one, but Zate was in the lead with Saf yesterday, 5 of the 6 games, but in the end, not able to close it out. Continue to spray. Is above the damage threshold. Next threshold players, Dr. Lupo, 50. So, about a minute away before it activates. Bizzle with elimination, though, down on the stage.
At this point, too, a lot of players, crunch is going to start to happen. Player counts starting to dwindle. The loadout here in Zate's inventory, a single Shadow Bomb going to be used for rotation if he has to. Quite yet, though, he's already in the next safe zone. That heavy sniper rifle we just saw moments ago, and he'll probably go for it again. He's going to knock out a wall and immediately swat to that legendary AR to try and take shots while the wall is gone, while the player may not be paying attention. This could be a big one right here. Immediate swap, a 69 shield back. Someone crit through the wall. The dude pops up. It looks like at that moment he saw the box was being pressured from another player and decided to go for it. Keep in mind, here we go.
Keep in mind, no healing for Zate. You can see how cautiously he's taking these fights.
Oh, yeah.
All the solos, there's no longer the threat, Dr. Lupo, of the double heavy sniper. Sure, we've seen solo players try to use it to their advantage. Aqua, who obviously was our Fortnite World Champion yesterday in duos. Rough start in game number 1. Bizzle, one of the most consistent and winningest Fortnite pro players of all time, Dr. Lupo. When you say a veteran in Fortnite competitive, Bizzle is at the top of that list, but here's Yarkos again, now on the high ground after that first elimination down onto Aqua, looking for more right now as he's got ultimate hop.
This is one of the best spots in the game right now. We'll have to see where the map is going to rotate, north-northwest, so he's going to have to make a move soon. A very hefty weapon loadout. Not a whole ton of rotation. Does have the 2 launch pads, does have the redeploy, but those are going to leave you exposed up in the air. Little look back, King. Rotation here. The feet starting to light up. 38 players. Oh, yeah. And that count is going to go down, down, down. Zate eliminated by Left Eye. Colorful taking up another one out as well. King, 4 eliminations. You have to remember, placement points don't kick in until top 25, so he only has those 4. So those are 4 very, very big points. Here we go. The Storm starting to pressure players. You're going to see a lot of launch pads and redeploys coming to play, and those community movement mechanics like launch pads placed on the ground would be tough. A player actually just flew right through King's box.
That could have been bad, Dr. Lupo. That could have been real bad.
Maybe a trap play from either player. We'll have to see here. Benji fishing the feed, taking another elimination. Top 35 now. Jacks, we're coming 30 seconds away from the next circle.
And Mr. Savage trying to contest Rux for height as they both continue to build on up. Mr. Savage goes for the shot. Rux gives it up for the moment. So game one right now, the height goes to Mr. Savage, but there's still a ton of time left on the low ground right now. You got Pika week, Class week, Fledermoy's week, Tuesday week as well. Mr. Savage has shot down Rux for the moment. He still continues to keep height. Yarkos, though, looking to challenge right now. 27 players left. Placement points about to come into play.
Yarkos takes the ultimate high in the backside there. Riverson from Team Liquid flying across right to left of your screen. Multiple players. Ultimate low ground warriors down there, both in and out of ballers. Class looks like he might be a campfire in the middle of it. Mr. Savage.
King at 7 limbs, and it's made it into placements. King absolutely